The Federal Reserve's survey of consumer finances shows the median American household has nowhere near $1 million saved for retirement. Yet financial headlines keep pushing $1 million target as the real finish line. Both of those things cannot be true at the same time, so one of them has to be lying to you. If you have ever felt behind on retirement savings, I want you to really hear what comes next. Because the number you have been chasing may not be measuring what you think it is measuring. And once you see the gap, you cannot unsee it. Here is the contradiction that is hidden in plain sight. Federal Reserve data shows the median retirement account balance for households age 65 and older sits around $130,000, not $1 million. For households nearing retirement, ages 55 to 64, the median is around $150,000. The overwhelming majority of retirees do not have $500,000 saved, let alone $1 million. So ask yourself this question: if the benchmark were accurate, we would see widespread financial distress across older Americans. But most retirees are getting by. So what is actually going on here? Think of it like a car lot sticker price. The sticker exists, almost nobody pays it. Your trade-in, your down payment, your rebates all change the real number. The $1 million retirement target is the sticker price of retirement. It is the number before your guaranteed income, before your paid-off home, before everything else you already own. The problem is not that the sticker exists. The problem is measuring yourself against it as if nothing else counts. So what is the real question you should be asking? It is not how much have I saved. The real question is how much income do I need, and where is it coming from for the rest of my life? Those are two completely different questions with two completely different answers. The savings question is a moving target that grows every year. The income question is something you can actually solve on paper this weekend. Let me show you what that looks like with two people. Picture Frank. He has $130,000 saved. His house is paid off. His Social Security check covers most of his monthly bills, and a small withdrawal covers the rest. Frank sleeps fine at night because his income floor is solid and predictable. Now picture Gary. He has $600,000 saved but no pension, and every single dollar of his spending comes out of his investment pile. One bad market year in the first year of retirement can do real damage to that pile. Gary has more money than Frank and more anxiety than Frank. The difference is not the amount, it is the structure of the income underneath. Here is where most people miss something huge sitting right in front of them. That huge miss is Social Security. According to the Social Security Administration, the average monthly benefit for retired workers was around $1,907 in early 2024. That is a guaranteed inflation-adjusted paycheck for life, with no market risk whatsoever. And it is worth far more than it looks. To privately recreate that kind of lifetime, inflation-protected income, an individual receiving around $2,000 a month would need a portfolio of $600,000 to $1 million or more, depending on returns and how long they live. Think about that for a second. The asset most people completely ignore on their net worth sheet could be worth as much as the portfolio they are stressing about every night. Why would you leave something that valuable out of the conversation? And you have real control here, more than you probably realize. Delaying Social Security past full retirement age increases your monthly benefit by roughly 8% for every year you wait. Waiting from age 67 to age 70 can boost your monthly check by as much as 24% guaranteed for the rest of your life. That is a lever very few investments in the private market can match with any kind of certainty. Now, I want to be fair to the other side of this argument. Some people will push back and say savings still matter, and they are right about that. Guaranteed income rarely covers 100% of what you spend in retirement. Benchmarks exist partly because people are living longer and healthcare costs keep rising, which are real pressures. The point here is not that savings do not matter. The point is that your savings should be sized to fill the gap between your income and your expenses, not to replace your entire life from scratch. That is a much smaller, much more achievable target for most families. So here is a simple 3-step framework you can actually use this week. Step 1, calculate your income floor. Add up your estimated Social Security, any pension, and any rental income you expect to receive. Step 2, estimate your real monthly expenses in retirement based on how you actually live, not a generic rule of thumb from a magazine. Step 3, find the gap between those two numbers. That gap, and only that gap, is what your savings need to support each year. The 4% rule is a common guideline that suggests you can withdraw about 4% of your portfolio in the first year of retirement. Then adjust for inflation, aiming to make the money last roughly 30 years. Apply that rule to your gap, not to a sticker price someone put in a headline. Why does this reframe matter so much beyond the math? Because psychological and behavioral factors often drive retirement success more than the spreadsheet ever does. Believing you are behind when the real numbers say you are not has a real cost. It can lead to delayed joy, staying in jobs longer than needed, and second-guessing every small purchase for years on end. Clarity is not just comforting, it is genuinely valuable. Because it prevents the quiet overcorrection of never retiring and never actually living. So here's what I would love for you to do this week. Pull up your Social Security statement at the official Social Security Administration website. Find your estimated monthly benefit and write down your income floor on a single piece of paper. That one number will tell you more about your real retirement readiness than any million-dollar headline ever could possibly tell you. And if you have ever felt behind, tell me in the comments what number you were chasing and where you first heard it. I want to see how many of us were quietly measuring our whole lives against a sticker price that was never really ours to begin with.